Derrick Henry, aka King Henry, is back, and man oh man, let's just say he's looking even scarier than before. Just take a look at this picture right now I'm showing you. On the right, that is their new quarterback they drafted, Malik Willis, and on the left, that's Derrick Henry. I don't even know how that's possible, and no, that picture is not photoshopped. I don't care what any of you say. Henry's gotta be one of the most freakishly athletic running backs we've ever seen. It doesn't make any sense. There's no way a guy at that size should be running and doing what he's done and currently doing. Every single year everybody says, oh yeah, well he's gonna wear down the more he plays, and not only does he not wear down, but it seems like he gets better every single year. This man has defied logic, and he's proved you do not gonna be a small running back. And it's not just me and some other fans here and there that's noticed this. A reporter asked him about coming back, and Derrick Henry said, I've been training like crazy. If there was one football player, one running back, or just one person in general that could take some days off, it would be Derrick Henry. I think we can all agree he could miss a couple of workouts and he would not skip a beat. Whether you like him or not, there's one thing everybody says about him and it holds true. He has an insane work ethic. And I myself already thought he was big and monstrous and just overall scary, but looking at him now in training camp, it looks like he's gotten bigger. I also know it's not just me thinking this because one of his teammates said he's big and I thought I was big. We're going to talk about it all in this video. We're also on the road to 200K, so if you want to help us achieve our dreams of hitting that, consider subscribing down below. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later. And now without further ado, let's get into it. Before we get into anything, I got to show you this picture once again, and we're going to start it out right here. Malik Willis, the guy on the right, he's roughly, according to ESPN, 6'1", 215 pounds. Not exactly small. And beside him, I don't think he needs an introduction. You know who that is. I just can't get over the fact that Malik Willis, the guy right beside him, is 6'1", 215 pounds. If you didn't tell me he was 6'1", I would think that guy's probably about 5'8", 5'9". It's just ridiculous. We see it time after time. The average size of an NFL player is nothing compared to Henry. As we all know, or I assume most of you watching this video know, last year Derrick Henry, he was on pace to break a ton of records, but then he had a brutal injury. Everybody at first thought he was going to be out for the year, but his work ethic, it's unmatched like we've already stated, and he wound up coming back for their playoff game against Cincinnati, which they lost 19-6. My bad, I said 19-6. It was 19-16, and the reason they lost, it was because of Mr. Ryan Tannehill. I've never seen a game where I really felt like a quarterback was the sole reason and the only reason a team lost the game, except for that one. Everybody on Tennessee did their job except for Ryan Tannehill. You couldn't ask the defense to play any better against Joe Burrow in that entire offense. I felt so bad for everybody on the Titans that played so well and it got ruined by Tannehill. Anyways, moving on, that's besides the point. We all know they lost the game, and in that said game, Derrick Henry, he had 20 carries for only 62 yards. Not his best performance, only averaged about 3.1 yards per carry, but he was coming off of that injury, so nobody expected him to go off. Everybody also knew he wasn't even close to 100%, and this offseason was gonna be when he rebuilds and regains that strength. Check this out though. Somebody asked him how many hours he works out per day, and he said, quote unquote, a lot. I'm not exactly too sure how long he works out, but I am going to assume, go out on a limb here and say, it's gotta be between what, 3, 4, maybe 5 hours, if not 6. You may not like Henry, and I don't know why you wouldn't. He's such a humble and great dude, but you gotta respect the grind. There's no way if he didn't work out, he could be doing what he's doing. And with that being said, I think that's a large reason as to why he stays healthy so much. I know he gets nicked up and banged up here and there, but for a running back at that size, he's been healthy, at least for the most part. I don't want to jinx him here because as we all know, running backs, they deteriorate over time. And for King Henry, the logic answer would be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, he would slowly fall off. Whoa, hold on. You gotta understand, you can't use that said logic with King Henry because he's a different breed. Ever since he was selected in the draft, people have had their doubts about him, and he continues to prove them wrong every single season. He'll have a good year and somebody go, oh yeah, that was just one fluke year. He's going to get hurt. People are going to go at his legs. He's not going to have a sustainable career at the next level. And what has he done in response to that? Not talk trash, not say anything back, just go out there and put in the work. He lets his game do all the talking, and that's why I respect him as much as I do. Here's what Mr. Henry had to say about coming off the foot injury. When something like that happens, it definitely changes you. You appreciate the game more. Of course, I miss my teammates and having that team camaraderie and just being away. And here's a really important quote he had to say about coming back for that Cincinnati game. Coming back, I felt good, but I didn't play well enough. There's no excuse. I've got to be better, and I should have been better. I know it seems like I'm bragging and harping on him, but I just don't see how you can't. This man was more than likely, I would say 55-60%, and he's still saying, yeah, there's no excuse, I should have been better. I know a lot of guys in the NFL and NBA, they would have said, oh, it was my first game off of surgery or injury, you gotta give me a break. And last but not least, Henry said, with the bone, you've got to let it heal, it takes time and things like that. You just want to make sure you're taking care of your body and doing everything possible so when the time comes again, you're prepared and ready. How long's it been since I played? The foot's good, the foot is good. Before we go any farther, I want to make this extremely clear. A healthy Derrick Henry is a dangerous Derrick Henry. There may not be another running back in NFL history that is more feared than a healthy Derrick Henry. You can debate me on that in the comment section or whatever, but there's not too many defensive players that want to line up against this guy. Look at this right here, man. Just take a look at this. This looks like a freaking defensive lineman, defensive tackle, middle linebacker, but no, this is a running. Wait, hold on. Is that a midget throwing him the football? Okay. That, no disrespect to midgets, but that just caught me off guard. But yeah, like I was saying, the way this dude looks, it doesn't match how he moves. It doesn't make sense. He moves like a wide receiver, yet he's built like a lineman or something. I don't know. This man's too powerful, and every time I even think or talk about him, you have to bring it up. I could sit up here for hours and talk about how great and unique he is and how special and rare he is, but I think you guys get the point. My main question and the biggest dilemma with Derrick Henry is not even him, it's the Titans. The Titans need a quarterback who can take the load off of Henry. He cannot continue to carry the ball as much as he has and continue to be in this league. I don't care if he's gotten away with it in the past couple of years, it's just not going to work over time. And you may be a Ryan Tannehill believer, but I'm not. He's not a championship caliber quarterback, and he never will be. Let me put it this way. There's a reason Derrick Henry carries the ball as much as he does, because the Titans, that's how they got to win. They don't have a choice. They know they can't let Ryan Tannehill throw for 35, 40, 45 times a game, and they're going to win most of them. That's not a possibility, and it's not going to happen. He's not consistent or good enough. I don't want to take anything away from Tannehill. He's made some good throws here and there, but that's all he's ever done. Made good throws here and there. He's not a high-level quarterback. The reason they do give Henry all these carries, it's simple. They know they can count on him. That should also go to show you why they don't let Ryan Tannehill pass that much, because they know they can't count on him. I wish for Derrick Henry's sake they would get him a high-level quarterback. To make this more clear, I'm not talking about a top 15 or top 18 quarterback. I'm talking about a top 8 or 10 championship caliber quarterback. For example, a Justin Herbert, a Tom Brady, a Russell Wilson, a Josh Allen, anybody in that category. And for Ryan Tannehill, I hate to break the news to you, buddy, you're not that guy. Ryan Tannehill was not that guy, Ryan Tannehill is not that guy, and Ryan Tannehill will never be that guy. All he will ever be is good enough to start in this league. He's a top 32 quarterback, nothing more. Dear Tennessee Titans, please, and I can't emphasize this enough, please get your boy Derrick Henry some help. If you want him to be there for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you got to. You don't got a choice. Because unfortunately, and we are witnessing this in live and current time, they're running Derrick Henry literally into the ground and until the brakes fall off. Get this man some help at the quarterback position. That's all I ask. I am very curious. Let me know your thoughts on all this down below. But what up, peace.